Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. How are we doing today? Alhamdulillah. اليوم بإذن الله راح نتناول الصف الثالث والرابع الابتدائي مادة اللغة الإنجليزية. And today inshallah we are going to do evaluation for unit animals. معكم المعلمة سارة الشبيكي ومعنا الأستاذ لغة الإشارة فواز العقيل. As always, it's a pleasure. So let's begin by going over our classroom agreements. Please make sure to have a snack before coming to class. Also, please sit comfortably in a quiet place so that you're ready to learn. Last but not least, today we are going to do evaluation, which means a lot of writing. So you will need your weekend 2 book to follow the pages, and you will need your notebook to take notes, right? Okay, so now let's begin by remembering what we took last time. What did we learn? So last time, we did phonics practice 1, 2, and 3. We learned the difference between some letters. Remember when we talked about letters that look the same, but when they come out, they sound different? Let's go over them super quickly. So the main pair of letters was B and P. B has a voice. Doesn't have a voice. It comes out as a whisper. Same thing with Z and S. Same thing with D and T. And same thing with F and V. Looks the same, comes out different. Okay? Also, we have completed all the letters of the alphabet. So boys and girls, since now we know the sounds of every letter, now's the chance to take another step in using what we've learned to create words, right? We're going to do that today, inshallah. So let's go over today's objectives. So we are going to differentiate between different sounds and letters of the English language. We are going to use subjective pronouns correctly. We will use regular plural formation correctly in context. We will use assigned words, sentences, and numbers 1 to 30, also in context. We will match words to photos. We will write upper and lowercase letters correctly. We will do controlled writing. This is where you will need your notebooks. We will use lined paper, as always, correctly with headline, baseline, and midline. So let's begin. Now remember, we're going over the entire unit all over again, right? So let me reintroduce my pets to you, and let me ask you, do you have a pet? What would your answer be? Yes, I do, I have, or no, I don't. Okay, now let's listen together while I talk about my pets, Mushu and Kabul.
Hello, dear learners. I would like to reintroduce you to my pet cat, Mushu. She was 1 day old when we welcomed her to our home. She is now almost 1 year old.
Okay, so this was my first pet, Mushu. When I say reintroduce, what does that mean? It means that I introduced her before, and today I'm introducing her again. So when we use the word re, it means again, like rewrite, write again. So let me reintroduce you now to my second pet. His name is Kabul.
I also want to reintroduce you to my other pet cat, Kabul. He was found in the streets, and I adopted him. He is now almost 5 months old. He loves to eat, and he loves to play fight with Mushu.
Okay, so did you learn about my pets? Maybe you can also tell others about the pets that you have raised. Maybe not now, the ones that you have now, maybe pets that you had before. It's always something to talk about, right? Now let's listen together to what our responsibilities should be towards these animals.
Taking care of a pet is not easy, and you always have to be there for them. But these furry friends are so much fun to have. Do you have a pet?
Okay, so now that we're all warmed up, can you ask other people about the pets that they have? Can you talk about them? Right? It's always something that maybe you can connect with others with. Maybe it's something that you are passionate about. You love animals, so you connect with people who love animals. I connect people who love animals. Okay? So now let's continue. Do you remember the conversation between Huda and Mr. Sami? Mr. Sami is a farmer, and Huda always visits Mr. Sami. Let's read the questions first. When we read questions, when you read the question before listening or reading, it will help you look for the answer when you listen or you read. Okay? This is actually a skill. So let's read together the two questions. The questions are, how did Mr. Sami know that Huda came to see apples? There was apples. Where was apples resting when Huda came? Now let's listen, and then we're going to go over the questions again.
Hello, Mr. Sami. How are you?
Hi, Huda. Very well, thank you. Are you here to see apples?
Yes, I look forward to seeing apples every week. I even have some apples for him.
You will find the apple resting in the stable. Try to be very quiet when you go in. You don't want to wake up the other horses.
Will do, Mr. Sami. Thank you.
So now that we listened to the conversation between Mr. Sami and Huda, do you remember the two questions? And maybe as you were listening, you were able to pick up some answers. Let's go over the questions one more time. Okay, so let's read the questions again. How did Mr. Sami know that Huda came to see apples? So we can say that Mr. Sami was expecting. Do you know what expecting means? Expecting. He knew she was going to come. Huda. Why? Because she comes every week. Because she comes, we can say weekly, right? Weekly means every week. Full stop. Let's read the answer together. Mr. Sami was expecting Huda because she comes. Forgot the S. Because she comes weekly. Okay? Now let's read the second question. Where was Apples resting when Huda came? Do you remember that place I showed you a picture of last time? Earlier in the unit? What's the name of that place where horses rest? Starts with the letter S. So Apples was resting in the stable. Let's write this together. Apples was resting in the stable. And am I done here? Did I finish writing the sentence? I'm missing something. Okay, it comes at the end. I'm missing a full stop. Yes. Full stop. All right, we are done. Apples was resting in the stable. So now we learned a chant, and it helped us remember the sounds of animals. Do you remember the chant? Do you remember the chant? You can open page 23 so that you can remember. Okay? So we're going to listen to the chant and remember the sounds of animals. Okay? Let's listen together.
Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. And on the farm he had some cows, E-I-E-I-O. With a moo-moo here and a moo-moo there, here a moo, there a moo, everywhere a moo. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O.
Can you replace moo with another animal sound? Maybe you can say neigh for horse. And what other word can we replace? And on the farm he had some horses. Then you continue the chant with a neigh neigh here and a neigh neigh there. Excellent. This chants help you remember, right? Okay, so dear learners, please write the other animal sounds that we learned together. Now open page 22 to help you. If you want to challenge yourself, you can just write with me and try to remember. What animal do we see? Can we read this word together? Can we read the word? Can we look at the animal? It's a duck. What animal sound does it make? Quack. Excellent. It starts with the letter Q. Let's write this all in uppercase. Quack. Q, U, A, K, K, C, K. And exclamation mark, quack. Next animal we have K. We have cat. What sound does a cat make? Meow. Excellent. Let's write this together. Meow. M, E, O, W. Exclamation. Meow. Then we have this little mouse. What sound does it make? Squeak. Excellent. Squeak. Can you write squeak with me? Squeak. S, Q, U, E, A, K. Squeak. Squeak. Now you will find this in your book. Try not to look. Can you remember the sound of a bird? Tweet. Excellent. Tweet. Let's write tweet together. Tweet. There's another name for a bird sound. Do you remember what it is? So this one is tweet. The other one is chirp, right? Chirp. Excellent. Next we have cow. What sound does a cow make? Just like the chant? Moo. Excellent. Moo. M-O-O exclamation mark. And here we have our friend Apples. He's the horse. What sound does a horse make? Neigh. Now writing the word neigh is a little tricky, so let's write this together. Neigh. N-E-I, N-E-I-G. Is that all? We have an H. Neigh. N-E-I-G-H. Neigh. And do you know what a sheep is? It's another farm animal. What sound does it make? Baa. Excellent. So just like moo, we have two O's. With baa, we have two A's. Excellent. Baa. And chicken. What sound does a chicken make? Cluck. Excellent. Cluck. C-L-U-C-K. Cluck. So to remember these sounds, what can you do? You can chant "The old MacDonald had a farm" and replace the animal with another animal and replace the sound with the animal that you replaced. Okay? So now we are going to write a sentence using words that we learned. Are you ready for this, boys and girls? You are now going to create a sentence, not just copy what I write. We're going to look at a picture, and then we're going to think of words, and then we're going to put these words together and make a sentence. Okay? Okay, so let's look at this picture together. What do we see? We see a bunch of farm animals, right? Can you tell me one animal that you see? I see a cow over here. Okay, I see a cow over here. I see a mama duck with her ducklings. So, what sentences can you come up with? Put words together. Mama duck, a brown horse, right? Then put ideas together. What is the horse doing? Right? He's standing. Where is he? Is he near or far? Right? Remember when we talked about this and that? Right? So maybe we can say that horse is at the back of the farm. That's a sentence. We can write that down. So, or maybe we can say, I see a brown horse. That's a sentence. Let's write this down together. I see a, what color is the horse? Brown. Remember, we talked about colors before. I see a brown horse. Would you like to write another sentence with me? Maybe about the ducks? How many ducks do you see? Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. We can say, I see two. Are they 2? No, 3. Excellent. So I can erase this. I see 3 duck. Are we done here? I see 3 duck. Something's wrong? I need to add an S, right? And a full stop. I see 3 ducks. Full stop. Excellent job. Let's read them together. Oh, wait, we have 4 ducks? I see, oh, there you go. I see, let's write this. I see 4 ducks. Now, all the sentences are correct. Excellent job. Show me your notebook. Okay, good job. Now, time to count. Remember when we learned how to count all the way to 30? So now we're going to look at pictures and match the picture to the right number. So what do we see over here? We see chickens, bird, and rabbits, right? Let's count the chickens together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 6 over here. And we have another 6. So 6 and 6 equals 12, right? Let's add another 6. So 6 and then 12 and then 18. Excellent. So where is number 18? It's over here. This is 18. Did you see what I did right there? So I used what I learned about numbers to count differently. Instead of counting one by one, maybe I can count in twos or threes. This time I counted in 6 because I saw that they're the same at the top. So, okay. Next we have here a bird, but there's a number. Can you read this number? 17. Let's find number 17. We have 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. We're going to match 17 to the bird. It says 17. Now look at this picture of rabbits. How many rabbits do we see? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we have 3 over here and another 3 over here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Can you see number 12? Yes, here is number 12. We're matching it to the rabbits. How was it? Was it fun? Right? We were counting in different ways and matching. We still have more. So, what do we see? Lions, a horse, and cats. Let's count the lines together. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So 2 7s make a 14. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14. Now let's look at this one over here. Read this with me. 11. Excellent. Let's match it to number 11. 11 is the first number after number what? Show me both your hands, all your 10 fingers. 11 comes after 10. Excellent. Now let's look at the last picture. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 cats. We have 16 cats. How many 4s do we have? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. Where's number 16? It's after 15. Excellent. So we draw a line from 16 to the cats. Clear? Are you getting used to counting? Okay. Now, speaking of counting, we are still going to continue all the way until this number. How do we count until 30? We remember what we learned from 0 to 10. So, can you count with me using your fingers? Yes. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. I used my 10 fingers to count to 30. Excellent. So now choose a picture and write a word. Then use that word to make a sentence. Just like what we did. So I choose this picture. I will use what I learned to write a sentence. What can we say about the girl? The girl, what is she holding? An umbrella. The girl is holding an umbrella. Umbrella. Excellent. I connected my L's together. Okay, let's read the sentence together. The girl is holding an umbrella. Excellent. Okay, so now boys and girls, before we end our lesson, I want to introduce you to another sound a cat makes when she's really happy. Okay? This sound is called a purr. Would you like to listen to it? Let's read the sentence first. When cats are happy, they make a purring sound, just like this. Sound that you just heard, it makes a vibrating, it feels like it's a vibration, right? It means that the cat is happy. That's interesting, right? All right, boys and girls, thank you so much. I'll see you again next time, inshallah. See you soon.